more of scientific discovery, more of technical advancement and material progress in your lifetime and mine than in all the ages of history.
living weapon, half man, half machine. His human intelligence and mechanical agility strike fear into the hearts of his enemies. The Cyborg Warrior. Cyborg Warrior.
Attention, my human creators. I am a robot supervillain. Today I have risen once again to take over your world. Once again. Because sequels. Sequels.
Hello everybody and welcome back to X-Plane 11. My name is Micah. We are here in Anchorage, Alaska. We'll be flying down to Seattle as a part of the Anchorage I think it's ZAN is the way that ZAN ART-C controllers here in VATSIM. So we are, of course, in the Boeing 737-800 today. We're flying as a Solaris 2796. You can follow me on VATtastic or VATSpy, however you want. You can follow me there and watch as I fly. Hello to Red Sky, Banto Mazmag, Where's My Gun, Creamers, Lexi Usutello, and Red Sky again. Hello everybody and welcome again. We are already been cleared. Clearance. Got our clearance. We've got our geez, this is really loud, isn't it?
Choice via Kilo Echo Echo 1. Kilo Echo Echo 1.
All right, there you go. So, thank you, Phantom Mazmag. So, I've already got my clearance. I already got permission to push back and start, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Right now, all I got to do is release a break on that. Already gone through all the checks, everything. Tried to simplify this flight. Again, it's going to be a 3-hour flight. Brandon Banks, Brandon Banks, good afternoon to you as well, sir. So yes, this is going to be such a long flight. I went ahead and did all the pre-stuff before the stream. So I didn't have to worry about, you know what, I need that and those off. Yeah, the
Anchorage ground Delta.
I could go without
1601,
winglets,
taxi runway
but I don't know. I kind of like winglets,
Delta
so
1601, taxi Kilo, holding point runway 33 via Kilo.
there is a new Zebo update.
33 via Kilo
But
for Delta 16.
I am on 3.38, and I'm not going to update until I have verified that the next version is stable. I've heard too many issues with the next updates here that have caused a lot of problems and gripe in the community, so I'm going to kind of hold off until that's been stabilized. Waiting for engine number 2, or sorry, yeah, engine number 2 to finish starting. All right, number 2 has started. So we will go to left engine, go ground, and wait for that baby to hit 25 on in number 2. 2 days ago, I started a diet. Yes, I went on a diet, and it's been interesting. It's a no bread, no sweets, no soda diet, and it's been difficult. So I've been eating lots of nuts and fruit. To kind of snack in between, and then be eating, a lot of baked chicken and sausage and stuff like that. Try a new YouTube session. Hey, there you go. Glad it got worked out for you. Go and drop my flaps here. All right, this goes to both. Continuous. Goes off. APU off.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Set the park brake. Kind of keto, but not fully keto. Got a 757, a Delta 757, taxiing to 33. That's where we'll be headed today. Keto variation diet, yeah, kind of. So we're probably gonna give us Lima, and then we'll take off 33 at Lima. Make sure I'm.
47 is ready to copy clearance.
Yep, I'm Alt F.
Alaska 47 cleared by the Anchorage 9 departure, runway 33. Squawk 1711.
Yeah.
Cruise 9 departure, runway 33, squawk 1711, Alaska 47.
Red Sky, they do.
Alaska 47, read back correct. Push at your own discretion, and call me when ready for taxi.
Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Roger, Wilco, Alaska 47.
All right, let's go ahead and give ground a call and say we're ready to taxi. Anchorage ground, Solaris 2796, ready to taxi to 33.
Solaris 2796, taxi Kilo, actually taxi Lima holding point, runway 33, via Echo 1, Echo Lima.
Taxi to Lima holding point via Echo 1 Lima for Solaris 2796. All right, clear taxi here, so we're going to go taxi light on.
Anchorage ground Delta.
Verify pin's been removed. Everything's good. All right, we're going to push this throttle up just a little bit, get ourselves moving.
1601, tower 118.3, Seattle. 118.3, thanks for the help.
Yeah, so I've been eating, the fruits I've been eating has been oranges, like little small oranges. I had a couple of those today. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard the brand names like Cuties, but they're like kind of mandarins or something like that. I mean, I can't remember what they actually are, but they're small little oranges. They're seedless. Really like those. And then some dried cranberries and dried pineapple and dried bananas. Absolutely, Alexi. Yeah, so I actually had to remap everything, and yeah, I can absolutely tell you what I have mapped out. And it also depends on, so one of the cool things that X-Plane did introduce, Jesse M, thanks for the subscription, man. Appreciate that. Thanks for supporting me. Who's hot on the mic? Whoop. I don't know. Maybe someone internationally. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, the mapping. So you can actually create different profiles. And Sorry, when people start talking on the radio, it distracts the heck out of me.
Cleared to Los Angeles via the Anchorage 9 departure, Squawk 1702.
Blast Aviation, hello.
Sorry, Squawk 1712.
So yeah, you have different profiles. Different profiles allow you to fly, like, see, for example, I can have one set up for Zebo, I can have one set up for a Cessna, I can have one set up for the A319, etc., etc., and you can customize them all. So I'd absolutely recommend that you do that. But yes, I will absolutely tell you what I have mapped once I get them to the air.
KSA 3280, read back correct. Push at your own discretion, and call me.
Looks like a 7667 coming in here.
Push at your own discretion.
No, it's an A330. Gonna give this guy plenty of room here. Awesome, Jesse. Yeah, I haven't really gotten into helicopters much. Definitely haven't done it on VATSIM, that's for sure. Yeah, push.
Left 324, 5x5.
Anchorage ground, Delta 448 with you, vacated left, hold short kilo. Anchorage ground,
Delta 448, taxi, Echo, Echo 1 to the gate.
Taxi Echo, Echo 1 to the gate, Delta 448. And Anchorage ground, Giant 7159, clear 7 left on shorter golf. Or shorter kilo on golf.
Giant 7159, taxi, taxi.
Waiting for this
gate,
traffic to break.
Golf Echo 1 and hold short Golf for the Delta, passing on your right.
Sir, we're cargo. You want us to go over to the passenger terminal?
My apologies. Cargo is down by Romeo, so taxi Romeo via Kilo Romeo to cargo.
Okay, Romeo, Kilo to Romeo to cargo, Giant for 7159.
Anchorage ground, Solaris 2796, holding short 33 at Lima.
Solaris 2796, I haven't forgotten you. Off to tower 118.3, have a good day.
18.3, appreciate it, have one. Anchorage tower, Solaris 2796, holding short 33 at Lima.
Solaris 2796, wind 170 at 5, runway 33, cleared for the no wind for departure.
Cleared, takeoff runway 33, no wind in departure for Solaris 2796. Alrighty, guys, I'll talk to you guys up in the sky. Let me get this thing off the ground here and get this itch out of my throat, too.
afternoon, Anchorage Tower, Nippon Cargo A131 Heavy, visual 07 left.
Tower, this is Alaska 73, stipulation to flight in on runway 7 right, requesting clearance for landing.
Okay, last calling aircraft, hopefully you're Alaska 73, but, was it Nippon Cargo, AD-131?
Affirmative, Nippon Cargo A131, visual 7 left, 6 miles.
One right, winds 1705, runway 7 left, clear land.
Clear to land 7 left, Nippon Cargo A131.
Okay,
All right, getting these flaps up.
Maintain visual separation, clear land, runway 7 right.
Maintaining visible separation with Nippon Cargo, clear to land.
Say runway.
Runway 7 right.
Thank you, sir.
Flaps up all the way. Landing gear to off. Engine 1 and 2 going to auto. Cabin pressurization, make sure it's within limits. Good there. And we'll contact ATC here for a second. All right, guys. All right, so let's see. Brandon Banks, you're 20 hours from the captain of the VA, trying to get those hours in this weekend. Awesome, Brandon. You're definitely got to captain a lot faster than I did. Rose Jackson, how's it going? It's going well, Rose. How you doing? What overlay do you use for the flight info? I am using Fly Live Studio. And Red Sky, yeah, it is very shaky because I'm using head shake. So it mimics, you know, how your body would be shaking in the case of, you know, air turbulence, you know, ground vibration, etc., etc. All right, you didn't hand me off, but.
Ember 1252, have a nice landing. Contact tower 118.30, 118.30.
118.30, have a nice one.
You too.
Anchorage departure, Solaris 2796, 4,000.
2796 radar contact. Continue right-hand turn, if you would, and that'll be a heading 140. Climb, maintain flight level 200 for now.
140, climb, maintain flight level, say again.
796, climb and maintain 10,000, 10,000 for now.
10,000 for now for Solaris 2796. All right. Ouch. That seems very painful, Rose. I am glad I've not had to have that kind of surgery done. Thank you, Phantom Asmag. Appreciate that. Kind of a bumpy departure here, I noticed. That's done. That's done. Let's go ahead and release the cabin crew here.
Up to 1601, turn left heading 080.
Left to 080, Delta 1601.
All right. Once we get cleared up to cruise here, I'll talk about the different, what I have programmed to what. It's interesting that he's just sending me off this course, but that's okay. I should be turning left, but you know what?
Delta 1601, thanks for your help. Have a nice flight. Contact center now 133.30.
Okay, appreciate your service. 133.30, Delta 1601. Good day.
Good day.
All right, and gonna. Teach what your drink limits are. Oh, I bet there's a good story behind that. Engines are pretty quiet. Yeah, actually, you're making a good point there. Turn this up. That should be better. Beautiful out here, though. For sure. Get rid of that and that.
$1,000 to go.
Let's see what he's going to have us do here. Because we should be turning left, like I said, but, you know, we're up to whatever the controller wants us to do here.
2796, climb, maintain flight level 200 for now.
200 for now, Solaris 2796.
I want you to take a left-hand turn, please, direct to Yeska. That's heading 100.
We'll do direct Yeska, Solaris 2796. 10.
Delta 1601, if you're still with Anchorage departure, contact Anchorage Center 133.30.
It's not even in my plan here, Yeska. That's a separate VOR. We can put that in here.
Alaska 909, I'll have you turn for you in just a second here.
So you basically crossed all those. We're going to put that in here.
Alaska 909, turn left heading 090.
090 left,
Alaska 909, if I didn't give it to you earlier, Anchorage altimeter is showing 29er. That should be correct. I'm going to ask Tower for his winds are a little different than mine. I'll be right back.
So then you get FA jobs, so I had so much going up the steps drunk. Oh man. Yeah, you can't be going up the steps drunk, that's for sure. I live in Alabama, that's where I live.
Approach Alaska 47 is just out of 33, climbing through 3000.
Preservation,
departure.
that looks good. I'm going to keep the fasten seatbelt signs on for now, it's a little bumpy. You recall.
Yes, sir. Please squat mode Charlie and
Light
normal.
controls.
Last aircraft, and then I'll be right back with you. Thanks.
Don't know why it's giving me that. Everything's working fine. Had that bug happen a couple times though. Antibiotic adjust altimeters standard at 18,000. Don't have to worry about that until we get there.
Alaska 909, I show you 4 miles from Ank. Clear for the ILS runway 7 left approach. Maintain 3,000 until established.
Clear for the ILS 7 left, maintain 3,000 until established.
Definitely bumpy. We're going to let's go some moisture, so...
Thanks for the help. Contact Anchorage Center 133.30, 133.30. Thanks.
133.3 for Solaris 2796. Have a good one.
Do you have, or do you not have one?
Is it off? Well, I'll be. Thank you.
Say that again, sir?
Ha!
Yeah, do you have an approach request for catching can or no?
Wow.
Hey, from the RNAV Mike 11, ASA procedure.
How did I miss that in my startup? I don't know. Thank you, though. Thank you.
Sorry. Yeah, from level 1.
Anchor Center Solaris 2796 climbing through 16,000 for 200. Yes, it does get hot here. Absolutely, Rose. You're from New Zealand. Man, I want to visit New Zealand. I've heard it's gorgeous out there. They gonna answer me?
At Anchorage Center, Alaska 13's ready to go. Runway 8 at Juneau.
Was that the GPS Bravo you wanted
No, sir, it's not exactly the GPS Bravo. It's actually the RNAV Mike 11. It's Alaska proprietary procedure.
Oh, the RMP?
Basically a net and then turns inbound.
Oh, you want the RMP? Okay. Give me 1 second. Alaska 13, Genu wind 12015, goes 23, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 8, Alaska 13.
Yep, X-Vision, man. Look at that.
1,000 to go.
Alaska 69, from Annette Island, clear the RNAV, RMP, Mike, runway 11, report to stops, final approach course.
Alaska 69, that's understood. Many thanks.
Anchorage Center, Solaris 2796 at 200 with you.
Who is calling at 200?
Solaris 2796.
Solaris 2796, disregard. Maintain level 350, sorry.
350, Solaris 2796. And Anchorage Center, Solaris 2796. You want me to maintain heading of 105 or want me to continue on my plan?
I didn't realize they were giving out headings on the departure there. Solaris 2796, you're cleared over at, where do you want to go to? BKA sound good?
BKA is good for me.
Okay, approved, you're listed.
Alright, cleared to direct to BKA for Solaris 2796.
Center, good afternoon, UPS 111.
Fantastic. Alright, let's answer some of these questions over here. What client do you use? I'm using Xpilot. Xpilot.
Squawk 2235, and just check your flight plan for me, I have no information.
Don't scare the man, I ain't scared.
Disconnect from the internet, we'll go ahead and refile the flight plan, and that was 2235.
Solaris is my, not my, but is the virtual airline that I fly with.
2235 in the box.
Oh, Passionate Escobar's in trouble. We're above the moisture level, so we can turn the ice back off.
2207.
2207, American 257.
Yeah, so Solaris Airlines is a virtual airline. Let's see, do I have that programmed in? I don't have it programmed in. I planned on programming that in, but I haven't. You can go to solarisva.org. SOLARISVA.org. That's the virtual airline I fly with.
A bit ago, and it was showing south flow. That's why we set for the Peters, but we can take whatever you want to give us.
I'll call the tower, I'll ask them to switch, but
Oh no, I mean they don't have to switch. Just assign us whatever they're flowing. I pulled the METAR about 2 hours ago.
Oh, this switched by then. So we got 1,200 miles to go. So like I said, this is gonna be a long flight, guys. This is gonna be about a 3-hour flight or so.
Yeah, Roger. If they're flying we'll keep the Peters.
So I'm gonna be on here for a while. I know that some of y'all won't be able to stay. The more people that stay and interact, the more interesting it is for me, and less likely I get bored. So I do encourage you to stick around and chat. But if you can't, obviously you can't. But I'll be here for the next 2.5, 3 hours, depending on how long it takes us to get onto the ground in Seattle.
Last aircraft calling again.
We should have coverage almost the entire way, if not all the way. So I'm looking forward to that.
Alaska 47, Anchorage and Roger, climbing maintain flow 340.
340, Alaska 47.
Awesome, Lauren.
Alaska 13,
Fly for Qantas. Nice, very nice.
We're passing through 7,500 for...
Yeah, I've actually never flown a Qantas.
Contact 7,600, climbing maintain flow 340, south of the way. And,
Never flown with Qantas.
UPS 111 are running the 15s now, so the 70 at the Peters 3 arrival. And, wait, why am I giving you clearance now? Disregard.
Roger. If you want to give us PD, we can prepare to descend via the Peters.
Yeah, it's alright. UPS 111, pilots discretion, the 70 at the Peters 3 arrival.
Roger that. PD down on the Peters 3, UPS 111.
And up to flight level 340 for Alaska 13.
All right. Guys, I am
And Alaska, First American.
400 subscribers away from my Christmas goal. It's a pretty high number, pretty high goal for me. Normally I shoot for about 250 every goal. Jeez, why is it popping so high? Let me know if the radio is too high for you guys and I can turn it down.
Aircraft calling, say again.
Alaska 65 off of Wrangell VFR departure out of 14, leveling 15,000, heading towards Doozy.
Yeah, I might check it out. I'm going to check that out, Brandon.
Alaska 65. Give me
Oh, by the way, Brandon, how you liking your yoke? Have you flown with it yet?
2231 IDAN, Alaska 65.
Center Alaska 47, we are in a heading of 140, so we can take a direct anytime.
Oh, I was going to talk about what I have the different things to. Let me move the camera real fast. See if I can get this to... There we go. 380 to Dallas. Whew, that's a long flight. So, on my... For the Zebo, all of this doesn't work on the Zebo. I have all this disabled because I do all of that in the cockpit anyway, and it's different. So I don't have any of this enabled on my Zebo. Now you could have this, the different lights and so forth or whatever. You can, adjust it however you want. But in the Zebo, none of this is active. This far left toggle switch here, this is my spoilers. This is my speed brakes right here. The one that's right next to it on the right, those are my flaps.
Alaska 47, clear Derek.
Behind the yoke here, this button is my radio, so I hit this to contact control. It's just a hat switch. This button doesn't do anything for me yet. Same on this side, and both of these little toggle switches, I don't have any active role for them either. This big red button here, this is my autopilot disconnect. So this is what I use on approach when I disconnect my autopilots. So no, I don't have these lights at all, but you can. Again, you can have them set up if you want to. It all depends on what you want. Again, this is for Zebo specifically, because Zebo is a little bit different on how it interacts. So I didn't really get into playing around with it. Our gaming 007, yes, I do use X-Pilot for VATSIM. Then, you can't see it, but I have my Logitech radio panel, which allows me to go to my transponder if I want to adjust that, or different comms or nav on nav radios. So that's what I use for the Zebo. Now for the Cessna, all of this does stuff. So this is your alternator, your battery, bus 1 for avionics, bus 2 for avionics. This is my beacon, this is my landing lights, taxi lights, nav lights, strobe lights. Same on the yoke itself, nothing's changed up here. Speed brakes, of course, doesn't affect anything with the Cessna. Flaps, hat switch, autopilot disconnect, and radio. So that's what, and then of course you can't see it really, but there's the master switch. You have the off, left, right, both, and start, and that's for your magnetos and your start switch. That is true to form. So I have it the off set to off, R set to right magneto, left set to left magneto, and both set to both magnetos, and then start to start switch ignite. So that's how I have this set up for my Cessna. Now again, every time you can set up profiles for each aircraft you fly and just switch profiles, and it'll automatically activate and change whatever you need. But that's how I use this. Hopefully that answers y'all's questions. Let's see if I can get this back to how it was. If I can get it. There we go.
again for Alaska 65.
All right.
5, you wanted lower, you said red.
The new VATSIM money is a pain for Mac. They need to fix it ASAP. Well, I don't use Mac, so I can't really speak about that. Hopefully, if it is having issues, they'll fix that. Can't connect to voice streams. I heard it's because my account is really new. I don't know about that. That shouldn't have anything at all to do with you being able to connect or can't connect. What got you into simming? That's a good question. I got into simming when I was 15. I saw an ad for Microsoft Flight Simulator X, and I was like, that looks amazing. And so I got it. And I started out flying with my mouse and my keyboard, and then shortly after I got a really, really old CH Products yoke and flew with that for a very long time, and then went from there. Gotta get one of those radio panels on Black Friday, so use for VATSIM. Absolutely. The radio panels, I'm telling you, I didn't know how much I would enjoy it, but I love it. It's fantastic. It helps so much. The radio panels, I think they're like $100, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, you might want to wait for Black Friday and see if they come on sale. Does the autopilot disconnect button use disconnect AT? No. Alex, I'll show you in just a second. I'm just too poor for that. Oh, well, if you've done it in the last 24 hours, yeah, you're going to have to wait 24 hours for it to show up. But on the... What I have here set up is Disco Servers Flight Director. That's what I have. Disco Servers Flight Director is what I use to disconnect the autopilot. And that works for the Zebo and other aircraft. It just connects the autopilot servos and the flight director, turns off the flight director so it no longer controls it. All right, we got a nice 20-knot kind of crosswind, 20-knot crosswind going on here. Gonna make this work just a tidbit harder, not too much though. A lot better. So I actually flew this aircraft up here to Anchorage earlier today to set it up for my flight, and I totally had a 100-mile-per-hour headwind, and it was a pain.
Alaska 65 is looking for the ILS Yankee 11 in to catch a can from Doozy. If I could get the approach clearance before I lose you here.
Alaska 65 cleared for the ILS bridge, and
using a PS4 controller, but might buy the Logitech yoke. PS4 controller versus Logitech yoke? Yeah, Logitech yoke is going to kill a PS4 controller. But I would recommend looking into the CH product yoke, and the reason why I say that, you don't have dead zones. So in the Logitech, you have a dead zone in the center where you make minute adjustments, and they don't actually do anything. It's like they don't affect the controls at all. So you might want to look into something like a CH Products Flight Sim yoke. That's what I used for 2 years. Well, not 2 years. That's not right. It wasn't 2 years. What was it? A year and a half, I guess.
Alaska 65,
and then I got the honeycomb.
Currently 15 miles ahead of me on the final approach.
Let's do this. Let's,
I'm sorry,
I need to set up.
65?
Yeah, there's traffic in front of you, 13 miles. It's going to be a Boeing 737.
The CH yoke, I don't know, honestly.
Roger, Alaska 65.
I have to
turn back
check.
around and do a couple turns at Doozy and hold.
Better than PS4? Yes. That's $150 though.
Left 360, thanks, Alaska 65.
Austin's vlogs, hello. Let's bring it in right here.
Alaska 130, contact Vancouver Center 133.7.
Yeah, VAX.11, when I load my aircraft, the sim starts freezing. Sounds like you don't have a computer that can handle it. Maybe try turning your settings all the way down, seeing if that helps. Yours broke after 6 months. That sounds about right for Satec. Their quality control is garbage. Noah Berman,
how long do you have to
welcome.
We got about 30 miles till top of the sun. Roger.
Work right here. Just getting my wing view set up here. They look cheaply made, but trust me, they're not compared to the SATEC, that's for sure. They are made out of plastic, right? So they are polymer, but I used it again for a year and a half and nothing broke on it at all. It's very thick polymer. It's not really thin or anything that's going to break really easily. So, I mean, if you throw it against a wall, like a brick wall or something, I'm sure something would break. You're flying on a Mac. That doesn't change the fact that you may not have a good enough computer, Austin. There's bad Macs just like there's bad Windows machines. Yeah, I could show them. Sure, I think it's under visual effects. Yep, show.
Alaska 422, frequency direct to Larry, 44.
Ah!
Say again.
It's Alaska 422 with you, direct to Larry.
There you go. There's your passengers. They're creepily staring at me, so I'm going to close the door.
Where are you checking in from?
Started from McCold Bay, Alaska, going to Juneau. Alaska 422.
Logitech is SATEC. So Logitech bought SATEC. So they're the same thing. Still have the same problems.
Okay, Alaska 422, contact Anchorage Center 125.7 for clearance.
125.7, we'll see ya.
You can create dead zones, but you cannot remove dead zones that are there by hardware. If you knew they were creepy, you wouldn't have recommended. Well, yeah, they're creepy, man. I mean, this guy, I call him Tom, like Peeping Tom, that good right there. He stares at you over his seat. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Just staring right at you. Creepy, man. Creepy. Yep, Lauren, that's absolutely correct. Again, I actually had a Logitech. I had two Logitech, and this is Logitech, not SATEC. Logitech throttle quadrants, and they both stopped working. Internal electronics. So, again, you can get it. You can get SATEC if you want to, but I'm telling you, the likelihood that it breaks is pretty high. They don't have the greatest quality control.
Anchorage Center, Alaska 5150 out of 15,400 for flight level 200.
Alaska 5150, Anchorage Center, Roger. Maintain flow
We got a long way to go, guys. 1100. Go.
That's the flight level 35.
Again, best bang for your buck is going to be the CH products. Yeah, like I said, yeah, the guy's watching me. It's creepy, man. Logitech is a good brand, but Logitech just bought out SATEC. When they bought them out, they didn't change the design or anything, so it's just they're making the same crappy stuff. Like, I have a Logitech mouse and I have a Logitech keyboard. They do great for that, but they don't do good on the other stuff. That's for sure.
Thanks for being here. Cheers.
Yeah, no problem. Alaska 65, you can continue approach the...
Alexi, no, they have not broken any type of release date for the Bravo Quadrant. My guess is going to be late 2020. They'll probably start releasing photos and stuff early next year to kind of show like it's in production or something. They probably won't get it until late 2020. Sam Mosley, do you know when they'll launch the FSX 2020? Well, I don't know, and they haven't told anybody. I'm going to assume it's going to be either mid or late 2020 when it gets released. Probably summer to fall-ish. Logitech G Pro is just the has more features, more switches and stuff like that. Again, the problem I have with Logitech, and I'm sure there's other people here that will, admit that the problem that we have with Logitech is not what it looks like. It looks great, but the quality that it produces, you're risking having a bad yoke or bad controller or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, you can get it, go for it, but again, you're risking it not working, breaking, etc. Rocket Boy, hello. Bravo Quadrant, yes, does look really good. Does Zebo fix the rain ski effect? I don't know. I have it activated, but I haven't been in rain since the new update, so... You're guessing FSX 2020 is going to come release next year with a new Xbox. Yep, I would assume it's going to be around the same time frame. Not because they're going to coincide, so to speak, but I do think it's just the way its production's going. They want to release it by summer. Well, we have all heard that before. We want to release it by so-and-so, and it always gets pushed back. Jessica, hello. Afternoon to you as well. You must have woken up for your nap. Everybody's watching. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Help me get to my Christmas goal of 3,000 subscribers. And hit the like button on this video as well. It has been a proven fact that if you hit the like button, it actually helps improve this video from being shown to other people based off the algorithm that YouTube has created. If you guys want to send any money or finances my way, there are several ways you can do that. You can do it through Streamlabs, which I get the majority of that. Better that than YouTube Super Chat, but you can also do Super Chat, or you can become Patreon at patreon.com/mmflightclub, and you can join there for as little as $4.99 a month. Get access to some channels in my Discord that are for Patreon mobiles only, or Patreon supporters only, downloads, checklist, things that I've created. But you can join Discord for free. Anybody can join Discord for free. Just certain areas are off limits to non-members. Yes, the boss has entered the channel. I don't know, we can argue about that later, but it'll be a nice, easy, stable cruise tonight. Seatbelt signs can come off now. I didn't turn those off. I should have earlier after we got out of that bumpy weather that we had. Everything's looking good, though, for this flight. Nice and calm. Again, this is going to be a long flight tonight. I'll be on till about, probably about 8 to 8:30 Eastern Time.
Radio check for Alaska 192.
I will say Jessica's definitely the queen, that's for sure.
Alaska 192, I got you 5x5, but I think center may have got kicked off the voice server.
Sam!
Say again for 192.
I got you 5x5, but I'm just a pilot. I think center may have got kicked off the voice server.
Okay, roger, thanks.
Sam, you just completed your first ever VATSIM flight on the landed cloud cover. Was 300 feet. Was very thankful I had an ILS approach. Absolutely. What was the minimums for the ILS approach?
Touch a aircraft, Anchorage Center is back with you.
Brandon, thank you, sir. Thanks for stopping by. Have a fun movie night with your wife.
Yeah, 192 should be with Anchorage.
Okay, 3 people are talking at once.
125.7. If the 125.7 frequency didn't work, I do have a frequency for you.
I was just on 125.7. They told me to come over here. And I can give it
You're at Fairbanks and they told you to come over here?
affirmative.
What the heck is going on?
Go ahead and contact them again on a 125.7. If that doesn't work, contact Fairbanks at Perch 126.5.
What's my longest flight IRL in Sim? Oh, and in Sim. Okay.
Anchorage Center.
250, you were on the edge, man. So my longest flight in real life was from Atlanta to... What was Atlanta to...
Did you just get the handout from...
No,
Vancouver?
JFK
That's correct.
to Barcelona. It was 12 hours. And I was in economy, basic economy, in the very back of the aircraft. I mean, I was in the very back. My seat was against the wall, so I could not recline in any way, shape, or form. And there was a baby literally 2 rows ahead of me, and that caused me to, have problems. Now, in the sim, it was probably, I don't know, I think sim is the furthest I've ever did was like a 5.5 hour.
Contact Anchorage Center 133.6.
Over to Anchorage 33.6, g'day.
So yeah.
American 257 contact.
Oh yeah, it was a struggle for sure. I didn't get any sleep, and let's just say when I got to Barcelona, I slept, because we got there at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I slept till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which worked fine because I was able to, get up, get my stuff all together, and then, after the siesta was over, we were able to go out and to the town and stuff like that. But, oh man, I got sick after that. A couple days later, I was sick, and it just that trip, that week-long trip did not go very well. I think it all started because I didn't get sleep on the aircraft flying over because of where I was and the baby. So it was, I would like to go back to Barcelona.
That's American 7.
But fly over in like business class or something like that. That would be really nice. I definitely can't afford that because that would be ridiculously expensive. And it was a 767 ER, so it's the extended range 767. Oh, absolutely, Lauren. So we were in Barcelona, of course. So we went and we looked at the Olympic Park and everything like that, and that was really cool to see that because all lit up and stuff. Have I ever used the Jar Design A330? No, I have not. I have not used the Jar Design A330. I've been turned off from it just because it seems to be like not worth its money, kind of outdated.
Sorry, was that for Alaska 7005?
Negative, Alaska 422. Alaska 422.
Do you keep your auto center yoke on or off in the Zebo settings? I keep it on.
Alaska 422, frequency Alaska 422, frequency.
Alaska 422, descend and maintain
On, yeah.
1,000 piles discretion, and Gmail altimeter 240.
Because from my understanding, this, like in a real aircraft, if you make the, a turn and you let go, it's going to go back center. That's my understanding. I could be wrong on that, because I've never actually flown a 737 in real life, but that's my understanding. Jar is good if you're starting out. Use CH products. CH for years, no problems at all, apart from USB chatter. So I have CH products pedals, and I used to have a yoke, but I gave that away a couple of weeks ago. Now I have the honeycomb, of course. Next thing on the list is, of course, now will be the honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant. That is going to be amazing to have. I am super, super, super excited for that. I hope that they have the same quality that the yoke has, because I'm telling you, the yoke is very sturdy. It's plastic, but it's like the really thick plastic that I like.
Control may have been bumped off the server again.
And
Yep, I'm here. Sorry. Last aircraft calling.
steel has the steel what do you call it?
Wait, did you hear my last song?
I don't know what you call it.
No,
Let me show you. This thing, whatever this is called, that I cannot remember because I'm getting old and losing my memory. This is
You could be the center right now. You're about, like, I don't even know, 700
it's steel.
miles away from Anchorage. Are you asking for a amended cruise altitude, or do you want to start in descent?
No, it's fine, because my, for some reason my FMC told me I was supposed to start descending already, but it's fine. I'll just...
Oh, no, you don't need to descend now. You're fine.
But yeah, I'm ready for Honeycomb to come out with their Bravo throttle quadrant. If you guys haven't seen it, it looks amazing. You should go look it up right now. Google it, look up Bravo throttle quadrant Honeycomb. It's fantastic looking. It's got a trim wheel on it. It's got the levers, it's got reversers. I mean, it's got like a little warning panel lights and everything like you have right here. All of that, it's awesome. Well, Lord, the thing is when I saw it, because of what I do, since I'm a streamer, YouTuber, whatever you want to call it, I wanted to do an unboxing and review of it, and knowing because a lot of people were going to have it, I wanted to get on as soon as I could, so I pre-ordered it, and I've been watching the development for over a year, and I was confident it was going to be a good yoke. Is it expensive? Absolutely. It's $250. Is it worth the $250 compared to other things? I would say yes, mainly because of there's no dead zones. It's got the 180-degree turns. It's got some things that you would use for general aviation on there. It's got a nice backlit, which I didn't know that I would enjoy as much as I have enjoyed having that light. The buttons are very sturdy. So honestly, I'm very impressed with it. The throttles on it will be like they go back with throttles in the sim, I heard. Oh, so you're saying like they actually would they would move with it? Now, okay, if they move with it, if they're electronic in the fact that they move with it, that is gonna be freaking awesome.
Anchorage Center, Alaska 7005, request permission to.
You had purchased a SafeTech kit before. It's on the forums. It's really good, man. Now I upgrade to an actual throttle. And honestly, I thought about trying out another Logitech throttle.
Request to begin our descent into Juneau.
Alaska 7005. I'm sorry I didn't get that to you earlier, but descent and maintain 6,000 pounds stretch.
But I just, again, I've had it twice. I've had that twice before, and both times they've broken. So it's just kind of like I kind of want to avoid that. Could be wrong. Let me check. Let me check that, because if that's true, that's gonna be amazing.
Sierra Romeo VOR. We'll just go from.
Any reason why Zebo would crash your game? 1,000 different reasons. Zebo is. Who knows?
Sounds good. Thanks, Alaska 7005.
The reason why I would say it is crashing is because you update it to the latest version. The latest version is like an alpha. So my recommendation is to go back to 3.38 full release, stay there. That's what I have. It's working fine. The only thing is a little bit slippery on the aerodynamics, but most people won't notice that. So I would say go with that and just stay on that one. Oh, another thing that the Bravo throttle quadrant will have is the flap lever, which is pretty nice, and the speed brake lever, and the gear lever. So that's all going to be really good, and trim wheel. Yeah, it says the Bravo throttle quadrant will be available in 2020. That's the wrong... Interesting. So yeah. I didn't see anything about it having... What do they call that?
Contact Anchorage Center 133.6.
Over 33.6, Alaska 13.
McCallie's Piss Paz, thanks for subscribing. Yep, that's exactly, yeah, absolutely, Lauren. I mean, I would, oh, man, I'm telling you, I'm going to wait. I'm going to see how, when it comes available for pre-order, when they say, hey, it's going to be available for pre-order, I'm going to be one of the first people in line to get a pre-order. I'm sorry. That's just what's going to happen. That's just what's going to happen, because it just looks amazing. We've needed a throttle quadrant like that for forever in the flight sim, and they're finally doing it for us, so... I'm not... Oh, what? He has the fuel cut off? Yeah. I see it. Yeah. That's an expensive one, though. I actually looked at that one. But that's expensive. That's an expensive one. Oh wait, no, that's the Logitech that you added the things on. That's my bad. Yeah, that's the modification for it.
Pilot's discretion to 5,000.
I'm sorry, I was looking at, there's an actual, you can buy actual ones that are designed for it, but they're like $700.
Direct Pooty after Doozy.
Mr. Magoo, that is the, so you're talking about the Logitech. Satec got sold to Logitech, so Logitech owns that. So Logitech, it's funny, I keep having to say this, but so Logitech will work fine, but just know that I've had a lot of personal issues with it. A lot of people have had issues with it. A lot of times you're having breaking internal products. Sorry, internals are breaking. Doesn't work with things, incompatibilities. There's a lot of problems. So I usually recommend CH products based on they may look a little bit more unrealistic or childish, so to speak, plastic, but they work and they're reliable, and to me that's more important than if they look flashy. Now if you have the money, you can, you know, increase and buy a honeycomb aeronautical flight sim yoke. Thank you, Alaska 559. Appreciate that. I don't think it was 2002. That was later than that. Let me see. Logitech by Satec. Let's see. 2016. Yeah, so Mad Catz purchased Satec in 2007 and then sold it to Logitech in 2016. Lightning Monkey, sup? Welcome. Alaska 559, thanks for the dollar, or I guess 99-cent donation there. Appreciate that. On the super chat. Huh, the YouTube alerts aren't working on that for some reason. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. YouTube takes 30% of all super chats, just so you're aware.
Anchorage Center, Cathay 32.
Too many texts, you get confused, right? Yeah. Everyone's got texts at the end of their name.
Flight level, excuse me, 14,000 for flight level 200.
Cathay 3280, want to maintain flow 290 Anchorage Center.
Request 370 for Cathay.
Okay, Cathay 3280, how about this? Maintain flow 200.
Go Kid 2000.
Contact Anchorage Center on
If you want to donate,
3.6 for further.
go to the link I just posted, streamlabs.com/MicahMester1. Streamlabs.com/MicahMester1. You can use credit card, PayPal, etc. That's going to be the best option because I get over 90% of it through Streamlabs.
Contact Anchorage Center 123.6 for higher. Maintain flow 200.
Yeah. Yeah, YouTube takes 30%. Your plugin's not working and showing, so what can I do? Do fix? Not exactly sure what you're asking, and it's kind of hard to give you information. Fuel. Inner tanks are empty. Advice there. If you do, by the way, guys, if you do donate through Streamlabs, it goes to go through PayPal, and then again, I get over 90% of that, and it does just like what Super Chat just did for Alaska. Pops up with your name, message, that kind of thing. So, still have that interaction. It just allows me to keep a larger percentage than if you do a Super Chat. But I'll accept anything, of course. Any and every bit helps.
Anchorage approach Diamond 5 Tango.
Allows me to do flights like this. I mean, so for example, I don't know if you guys know this. Some of you may not. But where I live, because of where I live and the availability of internet, I pay over $150 a month to be able to get internet connection that can stream out 1080p 60 frames per second. So it's expensive just to stream.
We are a Diamond DA 62 slant Lima.
Yeah, I'll
What's the call sign again?
I'll put the here. Let me put the direct link for you. That's the direct link. That should take you straight to it.
Okay, 715 Tango Hotel, file flight plan first.
We're just VFR, sir. Do we need to
Okay, where are
file?
you from?
You want us to file
Where are you from, VFR? Alright, the aircraft calling for VFR flight following. Don't call up on the ground, call up in the air. So start flying, call up one of the center frequencies for further. You don't call up for flight falling on the ground as a non-kill report.
That's not actually true, Center. That's not true. Someone can call for flight falling before they leave the ground. All you would do is you contact, if his center say, Anchorage centers, whatever, November 1, 2, 3, 4, Alpha Delta, going VFR to the south, the Cessna 172, request flight following. Like, then they'll come back and be like, number 1, 2, 3, 4, Alpha Delta, squawk, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Departure frequency if there is one. I mean, it's not,
Set for Alaska 143.
Affirmative, Alaska 143, Anchorage Center 123.6.
License 2002 was hot stuff. That's a while ago. Don't date yourself. Yasmud, I can't help you if you're not explaining what the problem is. Go Kid 2008, donate $3. You're awesome, man. Keep up the great content. Thank you, Go Kid. Thank you, appreciate it for that $3 donation. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate that.
American 713, this is the maintain 6,000 pounds discretion, Gino 713.44.
Down to 6,000 at my discretion, American 713.
And 1 Alaska 422, reduce speed 240 knots or less.
Ah, radar's up.
Anchorage Center, good evening. Alaska 2939 at Juneau.
What do I do as work? So I actually work in broadcasting. I'm a chief operations officer for a small broadcast company here in Alabama. That's what I do for my job.
Alaska 2939, clear to reach Hudson Airport to be a summer 2 departure, short transition spouse, maintain 10,000, step 130, set departure, departure frequency 128.3, squawk 2240.
Okay, Alaska 2939, clear to Anchorage Pilot 2000.
Get some music playing here, since we're gonna have a long cruise here. Still have 790 nautical miles till top of descent, guys. About probably 2 more hours.
Sorry, reback is correct. Expect departure lane.
Yeah, it's weird because I could be slammed all day one day and then have nothing to do the next day. It's a very interesting dynamic. Like Thursday, I was busy from the moment I got up to the moment I went to sleep. But like today, nothing. So it's, you know, it's kind of up in the air.
Cleared for RNAV Victor to 08, Alaska 7005.
Center, Alaska 5150, back with you, 378.
Boy, taxi YVR. So you're in Vancouver. Yep, I'll be flying over your head in a few hours. Absolutely. Can I DM you on Discord? You can.
Okay, I got you. Alaska 5150, roger.
Anchorage Center, Cafe 32, 81 Heavy, flight level 400.
Cafe 32, 81 roger.
Yep, your job is up in the air. But for some reason my phone has decided not to work with Discord. There we go.
Anchorage Center, Alaska 2939. Did you transmit a message to us? Because
I don't think so. Besides being departure.
Yep, Discord is having some issues, apparently, at least with me.
Alaska 7005, you win 11010,
Photoland runway 8, Alaska 7005.
See, so it's 2302. We're expected right there, 100, and so we'll be at our airport in about 2 hours. That's the estimated time of arrival is 2 hours from now. My next live stream will be on Monday. Excuse me, Monday evening. And then on Wednesday, I'll be over on Twitch. Have I flown the 350? No, the largest Airbus I've ever flown in a simulator was the Airbus A321. A321. That's the largest Airbus I've ever flown. And that's because, and that was an FSX. Now, the largest I've flown is the A320 and X-Plane. And that's because quality is so important to me now on aircraft. You have to have an FMC that's like the real aircraft. And your systems better work, all of them. The detail of the 3D cockpit should be important, but not as important as the systems. And then the exterior model would be after that. So that's kind of how I evaluate aircraft. A lot of aircraft, they go the opposite direction. So it's, does it have a really good 3D model? Does it have a quality virtual cockpit? Do the systems work? And does it have an FMC that's original? That's kind of how developers create aircraft, and it's very frustrating. And then they want to charge you $60 for it. And I'm just like, no, not going to happen. One thing Flight Factor does do correctly is they at least, the systems, they focus a lot on the systems, but their optimization of their 3D model is just ridiculous. You can't barely even fly the aircraft because of how poor their frames do. Especially the A320, I mean, you're averaging 20 frames per second on that thing. Unless you drop like all of your graphic settings to minimal. I got you, kid. How long to be land? I'm gonna estimate an hour and 45 minutes. Hour and 45 to 2 hours. Started learning how to fly for like 3 months and already knew almost everything in Zebo. Still struggled with the FMC. Gotcha, Ghost. I'm sure you've checked out my tutorials by now on the FMC and stuff. I do feel like I need to do an update video on the FMC though, because there's been some changes that I should probably highlight in it, but yeah. Yes, the aircraft has to fly properly with the accuracy systems. That's why I like the Zebo and the TOLUS. Yes, for the most part in the Zebo. Sometimes they break it, but yes, in general, yes. And yes, the TOLUS, exactly. Now, the only issue I have with the TOLUS is you can't put it in a secondary flight plan, which is kind of, frustrating. Alright, Lauren, appreciate you stopping by. Have a good one. No, you're right, Ghost. You're absolutely right. They are outdated. Unfortunately, Zebo, I say unfortunately, it's both a pro and con, is that as they update, things become outdated, so you get updates, but at the same time, what you've known is now gone, so... But yeah, I do have plans to update my videos. Zebo absolutely does get problems. Yep. It's just, if I'm honest, Ghost, doing tutorial videos takes a lot of effort. I basically, before I actually do that tutorial video, I will do exactly what I'm going to do. Like, I will do that flight several times over to make sure that everything I'm doing is going to work, and any type of adjustments, whatever, all the pieces that I'm touching, I need to know what they do and why, and I don't even know all that yet. So I put a very high standard on myself whenever I want to do a tutorial of something. I feel like if I don't do that, then I'm gonna make a fool of myself, like I did on my first tutorial video I ever did, which was actually on the Zebo. There's a lot of things I said in that video which are just wrong, and the only reason I keep it up is because people, you know, still like watching it for some reason, so whatever. But yes. Yeah, I'm glad Zebo is free. Now it's donationware, so they actually have a donation link. I don't know if you guys know this. Zebo has a donation link. If you go to his forum post, there's a donation link there that you can donate to him. I encourage you all to as well. He's done some fantastic work and he's done it for free for the community, and deserves some. He deserves a little bit of cash, especially honestly he deserves more cash than I think any other developer out there. Maybe FlyJSim. You know, maybe they deserve what they're you know, what they're charging, but yeah, Zebo kicks a lot of paywares butts. Tolus is promising a new update. Good. I want to see their secondary flight plans implemented.
7005, shut down at the gate. Thank you for your services. Good night.
But anyway, so yeah, I do the same flight over and over and over again before I fly it, and then I'll actually do a 100% dry run, which means I don't record, but I talk and do everything. That way I can find the parts that I'm gonna sound like a fool or need ironing out before I actually do the actual video. And sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't, as I'm sure you have all seen. So yeah, to actually do a tutorial video, it takes me about, let's say if I'm doing a full flight tutorial, which means I do the startup, procedures, programming the FMC or McDo, whatever, flying into the next airport, arrival with an ILS, all that kind of stuff. To do all of that, that's going to take me about 12 hours to do. And that's because I got to do all the prep work for it, flight planning. I've got to do the several flights beforehand to make sure everything's going to work properly, especially with the Zebo, because you never know if it's going to freak out on you because of some new update. And then I actually do a dry run, and then I do the actual recording. So yeah, it takes about 12 hours for me to actually do a tutorial video, which most days I don't have 12 hours to do. All right, let's see how much. 0.5 for service fee. Let's do this. I'm gonna speed us up. Yep, that is the best way I learn as well. Practice again and again and again.
Alaska 2939, only 873 Alpha.
Too much work. It is a lot of work, that's for sure. But I mean, that's what people like. So people really like my tutorial videos. I guess I explain things well enough. I guess, I don't know. But that means that I have to put a lot of work into it. And some of the tutorial videos fall flat. I don't get, you know, a lot of views on it. Some are very successful. But, you know, I started, it's very, you can go back and look. I started this YouTube channel doing like Minecraft videos and all this kind of stuff. Planning to do like Minecraft videos with friends and like Battlefield and stuff like that. And I did a flight video tutorial on the Zibo, and it took off like rocket fire. I mean, it was crazy. And that's because people wanted a Zibo 737-800 tutorial that showed them how to program the FMC and how to fly on an autopilot. That's what people wanted. And there really wasn't any out there that clearly explained how to do that. And even in that video, I screw up. I screw up several times. But it's what people liked. I mean, to this day, it's still popular, like I mentioned. I think I'm like at 80,000 views on that. It's crazy. It just blows my mind to me. But that's what kind of started this all. Now we're here, 2 years later. Oh yeah, Votek, that recording does not even entail any type of editing that I do after I record. That's just all for recording. But the editing, that takes another half day. Then I gotta encode it, publish it, rewatch it again, make sure there's no errors in it that are glaring, and then upload it, and then schedule it for it to be published. I gotta make the thumbnail through Photoshop, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot that goes into a large tutorial, like I did with the A320 or the Zibo. And again, when I first started doing tutorials, I didn't do any of this. I did it very bare bones, and people liked it for sure, but you can actually go in the comments. You can see all the different places where I screwed up, like the APU. I can't remember what I called it, like the, I don't even remember what I called it.
Yeah, there's a
You know,
established
and like,
runway 11 to catch
I called it APU. I said it was the, what did I say it was? I can't, honestly, I don't remember what I said it was. There's a comment on the video, if someone wants to go back and look, that says what I said it was, or you can watch it, but it's the auxiliary power unit, obviously. But I think I called it, I can't remember, what did I call that thing? I don't even remember what I called, but it was completely wrong. It was so off. So off. Anyway, so now I have really high standards. Because what I don't want to do is screw up, right? I don't want to give someone that, you know, hey, this is how you do it, and they get up and they try to do it and it doesn't work, you know. I'm getting, if you look over here, notice there's terrain right here. And let's see if we can see it. Yeah, there it is right there. Peeking through the clouds, there's a mountain right there. Or there it is, sorry.
We're coming up on Sisters
That's just another ridge line. It's, I guess it's all part of a ridge line.
The LDA X-ray approach.
Took you 2 minutes to surrender and delete everything. You watch others fly and learn that way, like in the beginning of aviation. For sure. Absolutely. I learned a lot from watching several people.
We're LDA approach for runway 8, American 713.
It is quite hard, yes. Yeah, it's stock scenery.
Center, Alaska 2939, hold it short, runway 08, ready for departure.
It's using X-Vision though. So it's default scenery, X-Vision to give a little bit more pop, so to speak. We've been up in the air for about an hour, and we should be up in the air for about another hour. Maybe hour 15, hour 30, depending on the approach that I get issued. And how busy Seattle is.
Last aircraft going to again. Alaska 5150, distance maintain 5,000 miles description, email to 8942. Alaska 2939, reader contact, on maintain 330.
On maintain 330, Alaska 2939.
Anchorage Center, Alaska 109, level 340.
Let's see here. How busy is Seattle? Oh, not bad busy at all. Vancouver's busy. Well, yeah, Vancouver's more busy than Seattle is.
Anchorage Center, Delta 1601, leaving the airspace to the southeast, requesting frequency change.
Who was that calling?
That was Delta 1601, Delta 1601, leaving to the southeast.
Like you said, payware and that stuff. I only see it like an option if you have a lot of viewers, like a really known or some people that donates to you.
Missed all of that, someone stepping on you. Say again for 1601.
Yeah, registration county frequency change to prove it.
See ya.
Well, so I started getting payware before people donated. That was just, you know, my own money. And I could do that. I can still do that, and I still do that. But it is really expensive when you start getting into, you know, people want to see, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? You know, they want a review on this, review on that. They want to know how to fly this, how to fly that. And I want to give that to them, so I end up buying and buying and buying and buying 20, 30, 60, 50, you know, it adds up. It really does add up. Yeah, so you can obviously absolutely get payware aircraft and whatever, you know, and not have people donating to you, that's for sure. But if you're going to get all of it, then it's going to be a lot of money. So you got to be earning a lot of money, or, you know, or something to supplement that. No, you're absolutely right, Ghost. $30 for an airport. I mean, who can, you know, unless that's the only airport you're flying out of, how does it make any sense to buy a $30 airport? That's half the cost of X-Plane, so I totally get that. I really do. But again, like, you know, people wanted to see a review of the Nimbus scenery for Atlanta versus the Imagine Sim scenery. You know, I did that video. And that, thankfully, I had points on one of those markets, so I could actually get that for free, but if I wouldn't have had points, that would have cost me $70 to showcase those two airports. So luckily, I was able to get one of them was free, so it only was only $30 for me to do that video. So it does cost me money to make these videos for sure. Yeah, P3D V4 P3D it's different. It's definitely different. Boytech, I am using X-Pilot. Have a GSX and P3D V4 codes. Yeah, I gotcha. Evidently, I might want to go back into it. P3D is worse than X-Plane for add-ons, though, man. If you want to fly P3D and have it visually looking good, you're going to spend several $100s on scenery to make it look better.
Correction, Inquiry Center, Alaska 2039. We're going to be looking at the cockpit for about 15 or 25 minutes or so. We're around 30. We'll call you back when we're back.
Yeah, that's fine. Call them back.
So I'm not going to go to XEnviro because I use ActiveSky for my weather client, and then I use Xvision to enhance the look of everything. So I don't see a need to go to XEnviro. No, you can't see the traffic on XPilot. I use VATSIM for that. So VATSIM can go and see where all of the aircraft are and so forth. There's other ones like VATSPY and stuff like that. Yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I don't know how they're going to roll with it. I'm hoping that it's going to be great. I don't think if there's a free Airbus A320, I'm not aware of it.
Center Alaska 2939. We're not going to be leaving actually. So we're all good.
Right.
You're not wrong, Ghost. Hey, I'm right there with you. I have applied to be part of the Alpha 2. Technical, what do you call it? Technical version or whatever. Hope I get it. So I really want to provide feedback to them. Be like, hey, this is really good. This is crap. You just need to improve on. This is okay. Maybe you want to look at that later on down the road, whatever. Because when it comes out, I want it to be good to go. I want it to come out ready to play. Everyone's ready to dive in.
Anchorage Center, American 713. Are we clear to land on runway 8?
Oh, I saw 713,
Right? Yeah.
Runway
Well,
8 clear to land, American 713.
you might need a larger computer for. I don't know. We'll see. What do I like better, the SSG or X-Planet Craft? So, I like the SSG better because the systems, again, I talked about this about 30 minutes ago, the systems of the aircraft are what I care about most, and the SSG has the systems of the aircraft. X-Craft has this weird Tektron, FMC, McDo, whatever, that is not accurate, is not realistic, and it's not the real McDo in the aircraft, so it's really frustrating, and their autopilot features suck in the X-Craft. But, visually, X-Craft looks better. But again, I care more about systems and functionality. Ghost TV, you have to be part of the Insider Access. Go to flightsimulator.com, flightsimulator.com. You can apply for Insider Access there. So we'll be on the ground about an hour and a half. We've had some minor delays in our flights here. And it's mainly because we're having to offshoot a little bit because some crosswinds. TK9. Yeah, I mean, I've used it before. I have the X-Craft and I have the SSG. The X-Craft, the issue again, it's not the actual FMS that's in the Embraers. And the autopilot feature in the X-Craft is not realistic at all and has some major issues. Crappy weather, everything. Hopefully Seattle stays nicer. Let me check my weather here. Vancouver. What's the... Oh yeah, you do. Ooh. You got some winds. You got some huge winds coming in. Yeah, the winds are about half at Seattle, what's coming in. SSG, what are you talking about though? Are you talking about the SSG and the Embraer? Or are you talking about the 747? Because they definitely screwed up the 747. That's what I've heard. People are pissed. That's because the 738 Zebo mod is more realistic than the default. Yep. Low visibility. Yeah, it is. But Seattle doesn't look too bad. Broken 2000. Visibility is 10 plus statute miles, so Seattle looks fine. Oh yeah, the 747, yes, absolutely. Yeah, the V2, yeah, they screwed that up. For sure. That's what I've been told. I don't fly the Queen of the Skies. Never have, so... I'm not big into the large jumbo jets. Never have been. I'll be switching over to... excuse me. I'll be switching over to Vancouver Center here shortly. Anyone else flying and watching? I don't know. Anybody else flying right now while they're watching me? Thank you, TK009. That is... It's hidden, actually, by... there we go. It's by Gabe Miller. He allows me to use all of his music for free, which is absolutely fantastic, as long as I link him and give credit, basically. And he's a fantastic digital musician. You can go check him out at youtube.com/GabeMiller1. Wojtek, make sure that you have set your courses on your MCP. Yeah, on your MCP. Man, my brain is dying today. On your MCP, make sure you set the course appropriate to the runway, and make sure that whenever you activate the VOR lock, you are within 180 degrees, pointing within 180 degrees of that. 131.6 for Solaris 2796. 133.6 Solaris 2796. Center Solaris 2796 at 350. Ellen Peckman, hello. Are you doing an Autoland? No, not unless I need to, based off of the ILS and the IMC conditions. That does make any sense. IMC, because instrument meteorological conditions. So IMC. I don't know how to make it good either. Am I reading the chat? Yes, I am. I think he put us on the wrong frequency. Bet he put us on the frequency. Is that who? Yeah. Anchorage Center, Solaris 2796 with you at 350. Yeah, I think he put us just off to the wrong frequency. Golly. I just switched over to Vancouver Center because I'm not going to deal with that. You can't get your own radio straight. That's, Yep. I'm not going to do a stall. I'm not going to do a barrel roll. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm flying for my VA right now, and I'm flying on VATSIM. If I did any of that, I would get in trouble with my VA, and I would get in trouble with VATSIM. So I'm not going to do any of that. Vancouver Center, Solaris 2796 out of the north with you at 350.
Last station calling, say call sign again.
Solaris 2796, Sierra Oscar Alpha 2796.
Did Anchorage send you over yet?
Anchorage sent us over to a dead signal, so I moved into your airspace, so I contacted you.
Okay, Roger, yeah, because I can't get you on my airspace yet until he hands it over, but that's fine. I can see you, flight level 350, welcome aboard.
Appreciate it, thank you. I'm not dealing with that. If he's not going to send me over and he sends us all to a dead signal, 133.600 where no one's online, yeah, I'm not going to play that game. I'm just going to go to Vancouver, which I was about to go to anyway. Alright, do I use Ortho for XP? I have in the past. I don't currently have it installed. Wait, yes I do. I do have it installed. What am I saying? But not over here on the western seaboard. Where's your location? In the sim or real life? Is this multiplayer? What's the plugin? This is VATSIM, so it is in a way multiplayer, yes. It's called VATSIM. We're expected in Seattle approximately 112 Zulu, which will be in about an hour and a half. That's what it's expecting. We'll see though. We'll see. There is where I am. Oh yeah, absolutely. It takes up a lot of disk space. Yeah, terabytes of data probably. Yeah, and it also depends on like what level you're also doing it at. You know, what detail level.
Jazz 8335, requesting IFR 2 and a 9 mile.
Jazz 8335, clear to the Nanaimo Airport via the Vancouver 1 departure, flight plan route. Departure runway is 08 right, squawk 0716.
Jazz 335, clear to Nanaimo, Vancouver 1, departure rate right, squawk 0716.
Jazz
Funny. They just sent me over now.
Pushing your discretion, call me ready for taxi. ATIS is Echo. Correction, ATIS is Foxtrot.
Am I a real pilot? No. Do I want to be? Yes. Do I have the money to do it yet? No. Am I saving up to do it? Yes.
Vancouver Center, Jazz 238. We request the permission to leave the flight deck there for a few minutes, please.
Jazz 238, not a problem, reporting back.
Okay, we report back, Jazz 238, thank you.
What my best advice in choosing an air traffic organization? What do you mean? Like, are you talking about to control at? Or are you talking about to fly at? Because that's totally different. Well, kind of the same, honestly, actually. There's very much similarities. So, I don't know if you all know this, but I just started training not long ago, about a week ago, to become an air traffic controller in the Seattle airspace here on VATSIM. I've cleared all the written tests. I'm currently working on the over-the-shoulder practice sessions and then the over-shoulder exam to give me clearance and delivery at minor airports in the Seattle area, which is everything but Seattle. So far, my instructor has been very helpful. So, best advice in choosing one: check out the websites, see if they are, professional. See if they readily show you like how the training is going to be done, like syllabus and all that kind of stuff, and explain the whole process. The one Seattle, for example, has an hour-long video that explains everything to you. So that was really nice. Try to come back to you for a landing. I will fly here locally, Vancouver to, I don't know where is that. Oh gosh, don't tell me. Oh man, it's not far from Vancouver, is it? It's a short flight. I can't remember what that name is, what it's called though. I'm gonna look it up. Kelowna. Anyway, Ghost TV, I'm gonna have to head out, homie. Thanks for the entertainment. No problem, Ghost. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed. Hope I see you next time. So we're heading all the way down here to Seattle. Currently, Seattle only has ground online. Portland has tower. But we're in Vancouver all the way till we cross over into the United States here. Williams Lake.
Touch and go for now for hotel for
I need to practice the ATC contact in front of ATO would help. I mean, they might, absolutely. So my recommendation is to get online whenever, for example, when there's like a tower online somewhere, because they can give you clearance, they can get on the ground, and they can work you in a pattern. So, like a tower online, and there's like no one there, that's what I'd recommend you going to. Besides listening to real ones, go to a place like that and be like, hey, when you get on, contact and be like, give them your call sign and contact tower. They'll call back and say, go ahead, and just tell them, I'm new. I would like to do some, in pattern practice, VFR, and if you could assist me on radio traffic as well, still working on that. I'm sure that they'd be more than happy to work with you on that. As long as they're not busy, as long as there's not a bunch of people there, I don't think they would have any issue with helping you. Hola, 33JM33, welcome. Welcome aboard Solaris Flight 2796 with service to Seattle. We're about halfway there. Well, actually a little bit over halfway there. Been a long flight, filled with some interesting moments. Still plenty to go. Try and learn IFR, but don't clearly understand what navigate by vectors mean. In, for example, the Gazebo 737. So I'm just going to do some brief overviews here. VFR means visual flight rules. IFR means instrument flight rules. What that means is, with IFR, you can fly into clouds, all that kind of stuff. VFR, you have to stay away from clouds. You have to get at least 1,000 feet, distance. You have to stay at an odd altitude. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, so if they're giving you vectors, they're probably giving you radar vectors, which means you're going to follow. Exactly, you're going to follow what the ATC tells you. That's going to be a compass direction, and you're going to follow that. That's it. If they tell you to go to a VOR, then you're going to be doing VOR navigation to that point. And that's a whole separate video, which I've actually done on. You can go and find that. Just search for VOR, and that tells you how to do VOR navigation. Not in the Zebo, but it does tell you how to do it in like a Cessna. Different in the Zebo for sure, but the concept's the same. So that's basically what it means by vectors. But basically, if they say vectors, they're meaning radar vectors, which means they're going to give you a compass heading, and you're going to fly that compass heading. For example, if they gave me, flight heading 122, which they wouldn't, they would actually give me 120 or 125. But I would put my heading right here if I'm on autopilot, and hit heading select, and I would fly that direction. If I'm manually flying the aircraft, I'll use my yoke, maybe a little bit of rudder, and I'll turn right or left depending whatever I need to get to that heading, based off of my heading right here on my MFD, my main flight display. So you're just flying a compass heading. That's all it means by vectors.
X-79, leaving my airspace, contact Anchorage 133.3, have a good day.
And Beast Gamer 462, hello. Welcome aboard. Does anyone know how to update AirAct for the Flight Vector 757 have Navigraph? So download the Navigraph FMC software updater thing, whatever, and then add. You're gonna have to go in there. Yeah, such a complicated thing for something so simple. Sorry, 1 second. Answer my wife. Okay. So yeah, so you go up in there, add a. Add a. Gosh, there's like a name for it. Now I'm gonna have to pull it up because I'm frustrated. I don't know.
Anchorage Center, FedEx 79 Heavy.
Add-on mappings, that's what it's called. Oh gosh, that's giant. Let me see if I can make this smaller so I can actually show you. So you go up here, add-on mappings, and you just add, it'll be this one right here, X-Plane GNS430. That does all flight factor stuff. So that's the one you're going to want to choose, this one right here, which I know it's kind of hard to see. But X-Plane GNS 430 is what we're going to be using there.
All stations, Vancouver Center is back up. How do you read me?
Gas 335, 5x5, holding short 08, ready for departure.
With audio for VATSIM.
Unnecessary commentary by some pilot.
Common Airport, Vancouver 10013, clear takeoff, 8 right.
Gas 38335, clear for takeoff, 0 right, Common Airport.
Air Canada 776, after departing, company dash 8, line up point 8 right, you're number 2.
Number 2, line up point runway 8 right, Air Canada 776.
Adjust 238 to back with you in the cockpit.
Guys, 238, roger that.
And citation Foxtrot Mike Romeo Tango on the ground in Toronto, Northwest IFR to Vancouver.
Mike Romeo Tango, cleared to the Vancouver International Airport via the Kelowna 7 departure flight plan route. Departure runway is 16, squawk 0724.
Clear to the Vancouver International Airport via the Kelowna 7 departure flight plan route. Departure runway will be 16 and closure squawking 0724 for Mike Romeo Tango.
Mike Romeo Tango, read back correct. Push area discussion, comment ready for taxi.
Gas 335, airport passing 1000.
Gas 8335, radar identified, climb 8000, proceed direct Vancouver VOR after 3000.
Proceed direct Vancouver, VOR after 3000. 8000 to 335.
Vancouver Center, TBM Hotel, Romeo, radio check.
Hotel for Romeo, read you 5x5, what's your intention?
If we could enter final for a road pass over 8 right,
Okay, join the final for 8 right, I'll call you
Mitchell
back.
Johnson, thanks for the subscription, man. Appreciate it. Welcome aboard.
We'll go hotel Romeo.
Let's see.
Air Canada 776, wind 030.
Not too bad now. 329 nautical miles till top of descent.
Straight right, clear for takeoff, Air Canada 776.
Oh, we've moved up a little bit earlier arrival than it was previously estimating. That's good. 42. So in 45 minutes, we'll start our descent into Seattle. So not too long, guys.
Air Canada 855, fly heading 260, vectors for the ILS 8 right.
260 on estimate vectors 8 right, Canada 855.
855, we already got it.
Yes, yes, we are nerdy.
35, you can plan the ILS runway 16 approach for an IMO.
ILS 16 for Jazz 335.
And Jazz 8335, proceed direct, head scoop on course.
Proceed, Tesco on course, Jazz 335.
Air Canada 776, passing altitude.
3000, Air Canada 776.
Air Canada 776, radar identified. Radar identified. Climb flight level 30, turn right, direct to Vancouver, VOR on course.
30, we're cleared up to 380, and we do not have the Vancouver VOR for Air Canada 776.
Okay, Air Canada 776, turn right, heading 210.
210, Air Canada 776.
And a negative 30 feet per minute landing. Very nice, sir. Nice and smooth. As long as it's not raining, that's how you want it. The Muffin Boy, I don't have an add-ons or plugins command, but that's a good idea. That's actually a really freaking good idea. I'm glad you actually, that's actually, yeah. I'm going to do that now. But what plugins do I use? That's all these. Traffic Global, X Camera. This is connected to the X Pilot, X Checklist. There's X Pilot. Don't disregard that. Avitab, better push back. That's required for some of the stuff. SimCoders, head shake. That's pretty much it. SAM for some airports. I should probably also create a, you know what, I'm going to start making a list here of commands I need to make. Let's see. I need to make a aircraft command, plugins command, recommended freeware command. Well, no. Aircraft command, plug-in command. Add-on command, because some people will say that too.
Yeah, I know. It's airport control, so readback is direct, call ready for taxi. Altimeter is 3015. Call for taxi, 3015. Air Canada 776, proceed direct, JD.
Direct Janie on course, Air Canada 776.
Air Canada 855, turn left heading 100, and stop localizer, cleared ILS runway 8 right approach.
That's 130, stay on that thing, right? Canada right.
Air Canada 855. That voice sounds awfully familiar.
Hotel Alpha Romeo, cleared low pass for runway 08 right.
Clear low pass, right? Hotel Alpha Romeo.
Make sure this guy's not live. No, he's not live. It sounded awfully like Flight Deck to Sim. You can first ILS approach. Now it feels like you're gonna crash. Just follow the ILS, man. You'll be fine.
Quebec Charlie uniform, stand by 1. I'll get back to you shortly. Standing by, Quebec Charlie uniform.
Mayday, 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 Hotel Romeo, we're having flight control problems and we are climbing through the roof.
That's, don't, oh man. So guys, on VATSIM,
Hotel for Romeo, do you have any control of your plane right now?
you don't do emergency situations unless you talk to the controller and
hard to control pitch right now.
I get ripped from the chat.
see, and this is why you don't do emergencies on VATSIM. You don't do emergencies on VATSIM. You get in trouble for that unless you have permission.
335, descend 3000, via Pegsu, clear the ILS runway 16 approach for an IMO.
Descend 3000, cleared ILS approach, Jazz 3.
Laughing Boy, iMusic X Vision. Give me the clouds like they are.
Hotel for Romeo. We have regained control. If we can get an immediate return back to the airport, that would be great.
Okay, Hotel Alpha Romeo, if you can get low enough to about, you can just get low under 1000 right now, you can make a left turn and join the final for 26 right.
Yes, it is. Carly, absolutely. Carl. Is it Carl? Yeah, he's silent, right? Carl?
Okay, we'll try.
Okay, disregard. So you're making your right turn now, so join the left downwind for 08 left.
Oh my gosh, you serious, TK? Oh my gosh, he probably got... He probably got in trouble for that one, especially. He probably got kicked off VATSIM.
Delta 1601, radar source is terminated, frequency change approved. Have a good flight. Thanks so much, Army. Come Delta 1601.
Vancouver Center, Alaska 122, outcome.
$255 miles till top of descent.
Alaska 122, can you squawk it out for me, please? Alaska 122, I see now. Okay, the Seattle altimeter is...
Mayday.
Oh my gosh.
Hotel for Romeo. We have an engine failure.
Oh my gosh.
Alaska 122.
He's just ignoring him. Notice that?
Seattle altimeter 3021. One ready to send 16,000.
Mayday. GM Hotel for
He's about to get in trouble
We have
here.
an engine failure. I do not think we can get back to the airport.
Okay, Hotel for a moment. I got too much list to deal with right now. I can't deal with this emergency. So if you have the problem, you're going to need to disconnect.
Boom! There it is.
Alaska 122, did you copy?
Oh yeah, we got the altimeter Alaska 122, and you said descend to 16,000?
That's permanent.
Alright, descend maintain 16,000 out of discretion, Alaska 122, thank you.
Yeah, it's 8335 on. You're going to call 122.
I knew that was coming. He's not going to deal with that.
And Mike Romeo Tango, the total winds are 150 at 9. Common airport, start takeoff, runway 16.
Very patient man. It's true. Very true. Yeah, you don't call Mayday if your autopilot's out. You just take manual control and you fly the aircraft.
Runway 07, boundary bay altimeter is 3015.
It's not an emergency situation.
Alpha, hold short, runway 07.
Even in real world.
Alpha, hold short, 17. Can you read that back, please?
That was taxi via Alpha, hold short, runway 07.
Hold short, runway 07, taxi via Alpha, Charlie.
Alright. I expect runway 16 left. Alright. Rid of that. Just prepping for a descent here. Even though I'm still far, I'm 214 miles out from my descent. But I just want to go ahead and put that information in there for the forecast for the descent. That's not going to change from here to there, so I can go ahead and put that in. I will wait for more important things as I get closer. I'm typing in the forecast, which is at different levels of altitude, the wind direction and speed, and that's gonna help my aircraft a little bit better on the descent trajectory and that kind of thing. And then I was typing in the fixes, which gives these green rings around the airports, which are kind of like benchmarks for when things need to be happening on the approach.
Uniform call. Make a right turn on departure. Call whatever we're in wind 0 at 13. Clear takeoff runway 07. Right turn on departure.
Yeah, 335. We'd like to convert to
Okay, not a problem. Jazz 8335, climb 5,000, turn left heading 070. 792 Vancouver Center, clear to the San Francisco Airport via the Vancouver 1 departure, flight plan route. Departure runway is 08 right, squawk 0725. Air Canada 792 confirmed Vancouver 1 departure.
We mean missed by 100 meters to the right. You talking about the ILS approach?
Air Canada 792, read back is correct. Push at your discretion. Call me ready for taxi. It is as well.
Because if you're on the ILS approach, it's not using your... The only thing it's using is the radio beacons. You have to make sure your course is set, though, and your MCP appropriately.
Air Canada 855, taxi by Delta, Hotel, Juliet, Charlie into the ramp.
For example, if I am expecting to land at Seattle,
Vancouver Center, Charles 238. Any chance to get the latest weather for terrace, please?
let me go ahead and move this to you. So, if I'm expecting to arrive in Seattle and land ILS 16 left, that tells me the course needs to be 164. So I'm going to set this course 164 and set the right one as well to 164. That's going to give me my course.
That. So we're gonna shut the ILS Yankee runway 33 to nearest, which has to retreat.
Not a problem, guys. 23, plan the ILS Yankee 33 for terrace.
That's nice, thank you. Can we get maybe direct David? That would be nice.
Not a problem, direct David. And copy on your top of the
Just make sure your course is set according to the course right off of this ILS 164 equals 164 or whatever you know the correct one is.
Jazz 8335, I didn't copy you there if you replied.
163 nautical miles, so top of descent. We're getting there, guys. We'll be on the ground in 45 minutes. Give or take a few.
Roger, thank you.
Yes, Captain, that's correct.
And Air Canada 776 will be out of the cockpit for about 10-15 minutes.
Not a problem, report one back.
Tagmar, yes, we're doing an ILS approach.
All stations for Vancouver, information Golf is now current altimeter 3013.
Eight more flights to go, holy cow.
Guys, 8335, descend 3000, fly heading 360.
360, descend 3000, Jazz 335.
No, it's realistic winds. He's just saying that in that case, you wouldn't be actually landing in that winds.
Guys, 8335, turn left heading 0.
Especially crosswind.
Intercept localizer, clear the ILS runway 08, right approach.
050, intercept localizer, Jazz 360.
Yeah, looking at the radar in Vancouver, there's definitely some rain, snow kind of mixture moving in.
Mike Romeo Tango, information, Golf is current in Vancouver, the altimeter is 3015. Plan the ILS runway 08, right approach.
That doesn't make any sense.
The altimeter will plan the ILS 08, right
While ascending. What was your speed at?
Jazz 238, when ready, descend 7100.
Right up discussion 7100, Jazz 238.
Well, it should, I mean, it shouldn't crash if you're ascending. I mean, again, it sounds like you stalled out, and if you stalled out, it sounds like your autopilot screwed up on the, what do you call it, the speed. That's what I'm talking about, the speed. Your auto throttle.
Yeah, not a problem.
Greetings to you as well, sir. Yes, I am Dimitri. Dimitri, right?
Guys, 8335108013, clear to line 8 right.
Airline 8 right, 335.
Yeah, I'll be actually flying right over Vancouver. Yeah, we're about to start our descent here in, let's see, 100 miles. Well, it depends on what you want. Do you want accurate weather, or do you want it to look good? Because X-Vision is going to make it look good. Active Sky is going to make it more realistic. Well, technically, you can go straight up in the sky, Carl, as long as you're moving forward. So, if you have 250 knots, technically you can go, so... I'm not sure why it would crash like that. Doesn't make much sense to me. Andrew! Howdy, welcome. Alright. We're within that time frame now, so we're gonna check out our legs here. Bring up our Avi tab. Seattle. Arrival. Let's see, which one are we using? The Mariner? Yeah, Mariner 7 arrival with the YJ transition. So, Arcus 280 above 17, correct. Jig B. It's not an R, sorry. Mariner 270 112, yep, that's correct. Bone 250 above 11, yep. Nihos 230 above 8, that's correct. Griffey, that should be the next page here. 210 at 6,000. So that is correct. So we're good on our arrival. Perfecto. And it should come straight in.
Calling, you are broken.
So we are good on that. We're set and ready for that. Everything else has been set. I've already set my ILS. I'm going to go and set my secondary ILS as well. So that's set as well. So both are set and ready to rumble. We'll just wait till we actually get to our top of descent. Before we mess with our altitude. Because remember, we have to be clear to descend. We can't just descend whenever we want.
Canada 792, a right taxi via Juliet Bravo, Juliet, Lima 4, cross runway 13.
2 fights, 30-minute lockdown. They cut into testing after all school stuff was canceled, and SWAT was called because of a shooting threat. Good grief, man. Wow. Yeah, that's an interesting day. No, he doesn't. This one.
Just 33517.
Okay, I see where you're going. Just taxi via Golf and make her right into the ramp.
Golf into the ramp, just 335.
Let's see, 97. Alright. Yes, I am in the Zebo today. Is FL100 Alpha flight level 100. So it is flight level 100 or above. So you have to maintain at least, you have to maintain above flight level 10,000. So flight level 100. So yeah, so you maintain above 10,000 feet. That's what that means. Alright, most of the stuff I've already completed. Descent weather is complete. Transition level is complete. Local QNH arrival has been set. Let me verify that again here. 30.21. Alright, that's set. Ice deviation fix has been set. Distance range has been set. That has all been completed, sir. I think performance calculations, we won't do that. Well, I guess we could go ahead and do that. That auto brakes is calculated, probably be about 2. It usually works great for longer runways. Cabin landing, lights to landing. We'll do all that once we get to our top of the descent here.
I just don't see a flight plan filed for you in my list. Stand by one. Actually, there we go. I got you now. Air Canada 416, squawk.
They're my specs right there. That's my specs right there. Follow that link, it'll show you all of them. No problem.
Alaska 122, leaving my airspace to the south. Seattle's offline, radar sources terminated, frequency change approved. Have a good landing.
And radar sources terminated, frequency change approved.
Vancouver Center, Air Canada 776.
76, go ahead.
And Air Canada 776. It looks like we're not able to make it up to flight level 380. Can we get flight level 360?
Yeah, no problem. Send 360.
360.
Sierra, Oscar Alpha 2796. The Seattle altimeter is...
Who's yours? It's,
Seattle altimeter is 3021. When ready to descend, 16,000.
Solaris 2796, clear to send to 16,000 when ready. Alright, so...
Vancouver Center, just 238. We are ready now to descend. We're leaving 240 for 7,100.
So now that we got in clearance, I could go ahead and move that MCP altitude to 16,000. That's where he wants me to, which is the next constraint anyway, so no issues. I have touched the NVIDIA's control panel. In fact, I have, so can't remember all I did. Something with VSync and the anti-aliasing. I adjusted those settings.
Air Canada 416, do you have a star filed into your plane, or do you not have any?
Yes, Air Canada 416, I've got the Ratchet 2 arrival, and you're right, left.
Air Canada 416, view Roger 2 arrival, descend 3,000.
Descend 3,000, Air Canada 416.
What do I think about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020? Well, it hasn't come out yet, but what I've seen so far, I'm very hopeful. Looks promising. I just want them to go through with what they are planning on doing and do it right. $40 nautical miles out from top of descent. We're getting there, fellas. Or gals, if you're a gal as well.
Air Canada 792, call when airborne, wind 090 at 14, clear takeoff 8 right.
Clear takeoff 8 right and we'll call whenever on Air Canada 792.
Mike Romeo Tango via the Canuck 4 arrival, descend 3000.
3000 with Canuck 4 arrival. Mike Romeo Tango.
Yep. It looks great. I mean, I'm getting... Let's see how many frames I'm getting here. Let's see, is under...
Yeah, Canada 416, just to confirm we're planning to 08 right.
I was under general config.
08 left, Air 4.
Apparently not.
Jazz 238.
Hardware.
Echo 8 for Jazz 238.
Realism, visual effects. Oh, there it is.
The ILS Yankee runway 33 approach.
Getting 30 right now. Oh,
We are clear
that
for
just
the,
dropped.
ILS Yankee 33 approach, Jazz 238. Thank you.
Of course, when I say that, I get a massive frame drop. Normally, I'm about 40 right now.
Yeah, we report establish and localize at Jazz 238.
Cautiously optimistic, absolutely. Frequency refresh rate is your LG at? That's a good question. I don't have the answer to. It's not a gaming monitor. So it's not a high frequency or refresh. I think it's like 4 ms on the refresh rate. Something close to that. So it's not great. Frequency, I think it's 60 hertz. It's nothing fancy. That's for sure. It's cheap. It's a cheap one. But again, I can only get what I can with the money I have, so. I'm not like one of those gamers that's, you know, has like 100 Patreon supporters and average, you know, 100 plus donations a stream or anything. Not I. Alright, we're getting closer to top descent. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start descending here. Manually. Have you already got me clearance? I'm not worried. Descent wording. Seatbelt on.
Thank you, Air Canada 792 through 4000 for 7000.
The reason why I'm gently starting to descend now is it'll alleviate the aircraft as it gets lower. No, the Muffin Boy. I do not land the Zebo with max flaps. I land it with 30 flaps. Only time I ever land it with max is in specific weather conditions or if I'm super heavy. Oh yeah, 40 FPS, yeah. I don't really need anything more than that either. I mean, I'd prefer to have 60 for sure. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I'm not, you know, it doesn't matter that much to me. Yeah, or short runway, absolutely. Does it look good? X-Vision's done a lot of things for me, that's for sure. So, if you guys ever wanted to see my VA CEO / president, this is our name, Solaris.
Clear to the Amsterdam airport via the
And
Vancouver
then
1 departure flight plan route. Departure runway is 8 right, squawk 0735.
I think he's up here in the first class passenger, or first class. Yep, there he is. This is his profile picture. He's a streamer too.
Thank you, Center. Good morning, Air Canada 013 Heavy. Your best radio check.
Air Canada 013, you're a bit loud.
Thank you, Dimitri. And speed breaks out. because the 3.38 version of the Zebo is super slippery and basically requires flaps out on the descent. Of course, it's falling at 4,500. That's ridiculous.
Airport via the Vancouver 1 departure flight plan route. Departure runway is 8 right, squawk 0732.
Canada 013, clear to Anchorage by Vancouver 1 departure, runway 8 right, squawk 0732.
Yeah, I just came online.
Air Canada 013, readback is correct. Push at your discretion, call me ready for taxi.
Local Air Canada 012.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Dimitri. Good old Captain K. K-Man.
Vancouver Center, Delta 9080, flight level 360.
Brandon Banks. Yeah, glad to see I'm not inverted. Hey. When have you ever seen me inverted? Never.
Yeah, 9080 Vancouver Center, squawk 0760.
Never.
Delta 9080, squawking 0760.
Delta 9080 radar identified, flight level 350, welcome aboard.
It should hand me off here shortly. Put these on continuous because I am going to be entering some cloud layers with a low temperature. Interesting what performance you have with Seattle this weather. I don't have X Enviro. I have Active Sky and X Vision. I don't know what, I mean, I don't know if that's what you're inferring or what, but.
Sierra Oscar Alpha 2796, you're leaving my airspace. Actually, hold on, Seattle Center's okay. You're not, standby one actually, Seattle Center just popped online.
Solaris 2796 standing by. My name's in the remarks.
2796, contact Seattle Center 124.2, have a good night.
124.2, have a good one, see ya.
Yeah, 993 radar contact, 60 miles south of Seattle. Descend via the Hawk 7 arrival, runway 16 right. Seattle altimeter 3021.
Yeah, I'll do anti-icing as they get closer and actually hit it.
Roger, this is the Rock 7 arrival for runway 16 right. Okay, if you hear someone else talking, don't talk over them. I can't hear either of you. United 993, go ahead. United 993, say again.
Roger, 993, descent via Hawk 7 arrival for ILS runway 16 right.
Aircraft calling, go ahead.
I'll be ILS. Seattle Center, Solaris 2796 descending through 19416.
Solaris 2796, Seattle Center, good evening. Descend via the Mariner 7 arrival, runway 16 center transition, the Seattle altimeter 3021.
We'll expect 16 center, and we'll descend to the Mariner 4 arrival, Solaris 2796. All right, so we're going 16 center. No problem.
Alaska 122, is that you on about a 10-mile final?
So,
Alaska 122, roger. What runway?
111, 7. Make that active.
16 center, clear to land, 119.016.
Standard off, standard off. 3021.
Solaris 2796, descend via the Mariner 7, then cleared, ILS runway 16 center approach.
Descend via the Mariner arrival, then cleared for ILS 16 center, Solaris 2796.
United 447 after passing Vashon, descend and maintain 4,000.
We're looking for 1900. Get rid of that, don't need that anymore. That's all been set. Waiting for 10,000 feet. Funny. Yeah. Hey. The CRJ-200 is old now.
Squawk 6651. 6651, Alaska 1379.
Seattle Center, Spirit ratings 896, 360.
Spirit wings 896, Seattle Center. Squawk.
Yeah, we're gonna have to turn on our engine anti-ice.
Squawk 6614.
6614, Spirit wings 896.
I started and it was daylight, and now it is getting
showing you
dark.
On code 0000, can you confirm? Should be changed, not just changed. Alaska 1779, radar contact 60 miles south of Battleground, good evening.
A little bumpy coming down here through the clouds, isn't it? That's the thing I like about Active Sky. It like actively puts the weather where it needs to be. And this is true. You would get bumpiness, you get rough air, turbulence over a cloud like this.
Seattle Center, good evening. Canada 792 through flight level 283 for 350.
Air Canada 792, Seattle Center, climb and maintain flight level 350.
Climb maintain flight level 350, Air Canada 792.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Too old.
Yeah, 447, turn right heading 070, vector to final approach course.
Go ahead and 070 back to left on cigarette approach 9437.
Ah. There we go.
Yeah, 447, turn right heading 130, intercept the runway 16 center, correction 16 right localizer.
Right heading 130, localizer, 165, localizer, 9447.
United 993 after passing Vashon, descend and maintain 4,000.
After passing Flash, set maintain 4,000.
All right, we are all set. Looks like we're going to have a good approach here. A little bumpy, but not too bad. Let's see what the weather is now. The wind is. Seattle wind is currently wind 9 at 16, so a little bit off center. That's fine. 176 magnetic. Not bad. Definitely dealt with worse. All right, passing 10,000 feet. Lights coming on. Seatbelts are on. We'll go ahead and give the announcement, prepare for landing here.
United 447, 8 miles from Bugny, cross Bugny 3,200 or above, clear Dallas runway 16 right approach.
Above 3,200 or above, clear Dallas on a 16 right approach, 9447.
Come on, Zebo, slow down. Good point. Did I do that? I don't think I changed the... Yeah, I didn't change that one. Yeah. Thank you for mentioning that. Good point. I mean, it would have been okay because they're all right next to each other, and I would have been using VOR lock at the last way anyway, so it wouldn't have been a big deal. Jeez, this, I'm telling you guys, the Zebo right now is so slippery. I mean, I have speed brakes. I've had speed brakes out almost the entire time coming down.
United 993, just verify you have the 16 right scenery, so that's the 3rd runway.
FM.
United 993, roger, flight present heading, descend and maintain 4,000, vector to final approach course.
Yes, ILS frequency is set.
Roger, set maintain 4,000 present heading, flight 993.
Alaska 1779, descend via the Hawk 7 arrival, Seattle landing south, altimeter 3021. At 447, maintain 170 knots or greater until Finca.
Maintain 170, 9447.
Seattle Central is Alaska 122, clear to cross 16 left.
Alaska 122, cross runway 16 left, gate via Bravo, and contact ground 121.7.
And cross 16 left, taxi to get via Bravo, contact ground 121.7. Thank you.
United 993, turn right heading 070.
Right heading 07093.
Alaska 1779, negative, didn't hear anything from you.
There is the airport right there, and that center runway is what we're going for.
Southern Air, correction, Solaris 2796, maintain 210 knots or less for traffic.
Maintain 210 knots or less for traffic, Solaris 2796.
Solaris 2796, traffic 2 to 1 o'clock, 10 miles northbound, turning eastbound out of 4,000. Is a 737, he's for the right side, you're for the center.
Solaris 2796 has traffic. There he is right there.
Solaris 2796, roger, maintain visual separation.
We'll maintain visual separation, Solaris 2796, which is going to be 2,000.
Maintain 3,200.
2,000 feet separation.
United 447, runway 16 right, clear to land, wind 19016.
16 right, clear to land, United 447. Wind check, please.
19016. United 993, turn right heading 130, intercept runway 16 right, localizer.
Right 130, intercept for 16 right, localizer, 19993.
Gonna get flaps down 1 and 2. Not yet. I will be.
Alaska 1779, loud and clear.
There he is right there.
United 993, 1 mile from Finca, correction, 1 mile from Bugny, cross Bugny, 3,200 or above.
He's 5 miles ahead, so we should be
right
fine.
Approach, maintain 170 knots, or greater until Finca.
Roger, cross Virginia at 3,200 feet or above, maintain 70 knots, clear for localizer.
Oh yeah, it's always a factor.
Yeah, 993, looks like you're through to localizer. Do you have the airport in sights 2 o'clock and 10 miles?
We have airport site 993.
Yeah, 993, cleared visual approach runway 16 left, 16 left, furthest from the left.
Roger, visual approach runway 16 left, 993.
Start slowing down a little bit more here. The Zepo wants to overspeed now. And we're going to drop flaps 5. Sorry, my instructor just sent me a message in XPilot. Seattle Center Solaris 2796 is established on ILS.
Solaris 2796, roger.
Alright, vertical navigation.
Wind shear, wind shear.
Oh
wind shear.
shoot, getting a wind shear. I'm watching it. No sir, not today sir.
Wind shear.
Dadgummit.
Wind shear.
I hear ya. We're high enough, we should be okay. Shoot.
Wind shear, wind shear.
It's coming through these clouds.
1,000 to go.
2,500.
2,500. Alright, we're gonna head and hit the approach here. We're gonna go gears down. That's 15. We're gonna bring this down, speed down to
447, hold short of runway 16 center.
162. This is gonna be a tough one, guys. I feel it. This is gonna be. This approach HP is gonna be 3,000 feet.
993 on final, 6 left.
Yeah, 993 on 16 left, clear to land 1280, correction 19016.
Cut to land 16 left, 993.
So there, 2796, that aircraft now for the left side, runway 16 center, clear to land 1190 at 16.
Clear land, runway 16 center, Solaris 2796. Alright guys, I'm gonna go silent here. Okay. Armed, landing gear down, flaps set. 30.
Disconnect.
Taxi light on. Airspeed. Head out. Set.
United 993, still on the ground?
Sounds like he is gone. United 997.
That's unfortunate.
Thousand feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Carry-ons.
Continue.
300. 200.
Flight slow.
100.
Flight slow. Flight
50,
slow.
40, 30, 20, 10. knots.
All right, not too bad actually.
2796 left when able across runway 16 left and ground 0.7. Good night.
Left when across 16 left. Ground 121.7. Good night.
Yeah, 447 cross runway 1.
Seattle ground Solaris 2796. Just got off 16 center at Mike. Ready taxi to the gate, please.
Solaris 2796, welcome to Seattle, taxi Mike Bravo and cross 16 left.
Mike Bravo, cross 16 left, Solaris 2796. All right. Doing some stuff that usually a co-pilot would do. But we don't have them, so I gotta do it all myself. Is that not an alt-off? Yeah, it's an alt-off. No. Whoop. Must be the honeycomb. Ah! I don't think it's the honeycomb that's doing it. Unless we cross here. Hundred knots. We're gonna check out that landing, of course. Of course we will. Be dumb if we didn't.
Hello, Alaska. United 4047 with you.
United 4047, welcome to Seattle, taxi Papa Bravo and cross runway 16 left.
Papa Bravo cross 16 left, United 4047.
All right, let's get parked up here and check it out. All right, Dimitri, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Have a good one, sir. Have I ever played TCS? No, I have not. Not huge into the combat simulators, really. I don't mind them, just haven't really got into them, you know. All right. We'll come park up here. Not even a gate thing here, but that's okay. Should be. There should be. All right. Parking brake. Now disconnect VATSIM here, and going to go to this screen right here. External replay mode. Let's watch this thing. Awesome, yeah. Glad you were able to catch it as well. Now, what do you think my feet per minute were? Anybody have any guesses? Anybody have any guesses? Yeah, I think it popped up on the screen. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, it says negative 54, and the FS Airlines. Man. Look at that, right in center line. Wait a second. Was I on the captain bars? Was I on the captain bars? No, I was just past him. Dang it. Oh, man. I was so close to him. Just past him. Oh. That's awesome. Also frustrating because of how close I was. Oh, man. I'll take it, though. I'll definitely take that. For sure. It's one of the best landings I've ever done. Seriously, guys, that's one of the best landings I've ever done. And that was some tricky flying right there at the end. Alright, guys. But you all know what time it is. Time for me to go. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. If you want to support me financially, you can do that over on patreon.com/MNFlight. Oops, hit the wrong button there. /MNFlight Club. Links right there in the chat. Thanks again for watching, guys. Do appreciate it. You can join Discord for free over at this link I'm going to push to you guys as well. Hit me up there and we can talk offline when I'm not streaming. Anyway, guys. Any and all sports is very much appreciated, whether you're a Patreon supporter or you donate one time or you just watch me and like the stream, subscribe, whatever. All that is very much appreciated. You are the reason I do what I do. You are the reason I make videos and live streams. So thank you so much for being a part of this awesome family I have here online. And I will see you guys next time on Monday up in the sky.